you're going to be making a 2-instrument GarageBand file. One's going to be the accompaniment that helps you sing in tune, and the other one's going to be your actual voice. First, we're going to talk about the accompaniment. So for the accompaniment, you will open a new GarageBand file and select Smart Guitar, and you just tap it, and you'll be good to go. Once you tap it, you'll see a screen like this. And so you have a whole bunch of different chords. The C chord is your 1 chord, and the G chord is your 5 chord in this key. So C will be 1, G will be 5. If you want to change which key it is, because being in this key when you play these chords, you notice that it's just a little too high for you, you can do that by pressing this area. So you'll tap the wrench up here, and this will drop down here, and then you'll select the key. And when you tap the key, this pops up, and you can change the notes. You can choose any of these, and whichever one feels like the best fit for you works. Make sure it stays in major. Don't let it go into minor. Now, when you are recording your support track, you're going to want to make sure that you have 8 beats of the 1 chord, 8 beats of the 5 chord, and then 8 more beats of the 1 chord. Measures 7 and 8, it's perfectly alright to leave those blank. Now, there's 2 ways that you can go about doing this. You can either tap up here and it will play all of these strings and kind of give you like the idea of, hey, this is the chord. Or, if you tap the strings in this order, it will actually play the do, mi, so, mi, do. And you wait 4 beats. Ti, re, so, re, ti. Wait 4 more beats. Do, mi, so, mi, do. So, again, you tap in that order for the 1 chord, that order for the 5 chord. It's the exact same strings for both of them. It will adjust on its own to change the notes. Now, make sure as you switch between these chords that the correct one is highlighted, otherwise it might continue playing notes from the chord in front, and then it goes back. Now, once you have recorded that background part, which again is optional, but it will help you sing it more accurately, so if you're having trouble singing it on your own, I highly recommend it. You can add an instrument by tapping up an instruments that's in the upper corner in the previous slide, and you will select audio recorder. So once you get to the voice recorder, you hit record, and you can sing along with your previous tracks. You won't see the green up here because this track isn't filled, but when you hit record or you hit play, you'll hear your other track still, so you'll still be perfectly fine. Make sure you record with headphones, because if you don't record this part with headphones, the microphone will pick up your singing and the click track and the guitar part, and it'll make it harder for me to be able to hear your voice and be able to grade you accurately. The last step is to make sure that everything's in balance. So, when you were in instrument mode before, it was blue on this side. You're going to go to edit mode, which is when you click the one there where it has like the weird rectangles. Now, this should be filled up to at least measure 7, and this should be filled up to at least measure 7. If 7 and 8 aren't filled, no big deal. The last step is to make sure that everything's in balance. So you may have to make the guitar quieter by sliding that slider that way. You may have to make the voice louder by sliding this that way. The way you access this panel is normally you just see these 2 icons when you go into this mode. If you slide them out, it pulls this volume control up. So that is how you can go about recording your 151. Once you have it recorded, share it with me the same way you shared your GarageBand files last year, and you'll be good to go. Good luck, and I'm sure you'll all do a great job. One quick thing before I forget, you gotta be able to share these back to me. So you'll hit My Songs, which is up in the corner up there, and it'll pop you back to the screen. To share it with me, you'll hold your finger down on the song that you just recorded, which will be in the upper left-hand corner, and you hold it down until it has this blue highlight around it. Your other songs may jiggle a little bit, that's fine. And then you'll notice up here there's that share mark. So hit the hollow square right here. And when you tap that, you will see, so this screen pops down and you will pick mail, and after you tap mail, this pops up, and you can just go straight to email. You don't have to fill these in. If you want to, you're certainly welcome to, but you don't have to. So then you hit email, a regular email. You will put my email address in here, ccarvel with 2 L's at district31.net, and then you will send it to me. You can change this part right here. You can leave it as that, or you can put 151 and your name. But the fact that it's coming from your email address should give me a good clue. It's not a bad idea to put your name somewhere else in the email as well, because occasionally email doesn't come through labeled with your email. 9 times out of 10 it does, but not every time. So make sure you have your name somewhere in here as well. Alright guys, happy singing, and I'm looking forward to hearing these.